What's going on? This is Damon. In this video, I want to talk about the difference between happiness and fulfillment, and why, as an entrepreneur, you really need to keep yourself in check from trying to chase happiness and avoiding sadness, and instead just focusing your attention, your time, your energy on fulfillment and getting to your next goal and understanding what your purpose genuinely is as an entrepreneur and why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm going to get right into a quick diagram that I made here in Figma. Shrink my head. Let me make it a little bit bigger. All right, cool. So I want you to like genuinely understand that like happiness in and of itself does not exist. Like there is nothing in this world that will actually make you happy. Like it's just a temporary feeling at a very small degree. Happiness and sadness are just very temporary feelings. Something is good, something is bad, something is left, something is right. These are all just directional viewpoints based off your existing perspective or your current perspective, but they're not really things. And you really do need to understand that, because when it comes to goal achievement, these things will cloud your vision as you are on the path of goal achievement. So I want to start there with saying happiness in and of itself does not exist. They are literally just two sides. Happiness and sadness are literally just two sides of the same scale, the same spectrum. Again, left, right, happy, sad, up, down. Like it's just these arbitrary viewpoints based off your perspective. And why this is important to understand, especially as an entrepreneur, is like when you are experiencing high points, right? High, low, same thing. When you're experiencing high points, you're going to obviously feel happy. And when you're experiencing low points, you're going to obviously feel sad. And what happens is you start trying to chase this high and start avoiding the lows. And what that does is it leaves you in a weird position, almost like on a day-to-day basis, where you're just not genuinely focused on the most important things in your business to keep it moving forward, right? And at the end of the day, like your goal as a business owner is just to move forward. Not up, down, not left, right. It is just to continuously move forward, and that's going to differ based off the business owner you are, the business you have, so on and so forth. But at a fundamental level, you were just trying to move forward, right? Now, this brings me to my point of the fact that fulfillment, moving forward, purpose, those things do exist. Those things are rooted within you, in your heart, in your mind. Fulfillment is a function of starting and not having an end until you decide that you are finished. But essentially, you're just playing the game because you want to play the game. If you, I used to play Call of Duty back in the day, and I just remember I'd be on the video game for like 6, 7, 8 hours a day, whatever, just playing, right? And like I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't really worried about if I had a bad game or a good game. I was just trying to level up in prestige. Why is that important? Because when you are a business owner, when you're living your life, you need to think about things in that same way. Doesn't matter if you have a good game or a bad game. It just matters that you're continuously learning how to play, how to get better, increasing your level, increasing your points, reaching a new prestige as you keep going. Now, this might be milestones in your business, but once you reach those milestones, you just keep going. You don't stop. You stay consistent. You stay persistent because you know that at a fundamental level, you're doing this for a completely different reason other than being happy and sad. And this allows you to genuinely live in the present moment and be optimistic about the future. Again, you're just focused on the outcome. You're focused on the outcome, not chasing a high or avoiding a low. Now, one thing I want to make clear is like, again, ups and downs. This is arbitrary, but I'm just bringing this home because I know it's a weird concept to kind of understand. But just understand that like you're going to have high points, you're going to have low points in any journey that you decide to go on, both fulfillment and happiness. But the fundamental difference between fulfillment and happiness is that one continues to move forward in spite of the down moments, because you're just shrugging them off. You're just learning from them and you're just going. You're just excited for the next day. You're excited for the next game that you can play. And one allows for internal doubt. One makes you think, oh, I should quit. Oh, this is getting hard. Oh, I don't know if I can make it. That is the fundamental difference between fulfillment and chasing happiness or avoiding sadness. When you are focused on fulfillment, you are moving forward no matter what the situation is. You will learn from your mistakes and you will accept your greatness. But when you're just focused on happiness and sadness in this temporary moment, you're going to have a whole bunch of doubt and it's going to mess you up. And even as an entrepreneur, like I'm still young, and I just remember like when I first started all this stuff, I kind of thought I was like, this is hard, right? Like it, 1 month is up, 1 month is down, 1 month up is one month is down. And eventually over time, you kind of just get the hang of how things move. You understand how market cycles work, seasonality, things like that. So you're no longer like captive to that feeling of up, down, happy, sad. You just capitalize on moments where you know you can capitalize. And really the point of this is that you really just want to identify what your ideal outcome is. In order to shift your focal point from this happiness and sadness scale and really just focus on fulfillment and moving forward, you need to identify what you are actually doing. What is the point of you waking up every single morning and getting to what you want to get to? Identify what that ideal outcome is. What kind of life do you want to live? When you look in the mirror, who do you want to see in the mirror? What kind of family and friends do you want? What kind of life do you want? What kind of house do you want? Where do you see yourself? It's not even want. It's not even a desire. It's just, what are you making your standard for life? How are you living? What are you doing? Make that very, very clear. Then identify the reason that is who you are becoming, what you are doing. Identify the underlying reason, not just because I want my bank account to look a certain way, not because I just want this shirt to look good. That stuff does not move any sort of needle internally. That stuff will never stick because that stuff is completely temporary. You could rip a shirt. You can rip $100 bill. You can't rip your soul. You can't rip your mind, your memory, your emotions. Understand what your ideal outcome is and understand your reason why that is what you are doing. Then the rest is mapping the plan to do that. And this is where mentors can come in so they can provide guidance on that ideal outcome that you want. And then from there, it is finding the business model. If you're already in a business, right, then it's just executing against what, other players that have achieved what you want, executing against what they've already done, right? Reverse engineer it for your own use case, your own situation, and then execute. Now there's no more happiness, sadness, up, down, chase, worry, doubt, fear, all these lower level feelings. There's none of that because you already know what it is that you're doing. You don't even need to think about that. You just execute. You just move forward. You learn. You excel. You achieve. You are grateful for what is going on. And whenever times might feel tough or things are down, remember the reason that you are doing what you were doing.